Hello and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. I'm just after coming back from a week off there, so I'm very excited to start making videos again. But if you're unaware of the circumstances surrounding my temporary hiatus, basically everything I did over the past week ended up dying, completely gone, completely irrecoverable. So all the progress I made for last Monday's recording of Kerbal Space Program is unfortunately gone, which is pretty sad. But in a way, it's also pretty good because boy, did I struggle getting onto the moon and back again. But tell you what, we're gonna go back to the moon. We're gonna land on it and recover an unmanned probe, and then we are going to take on a new contract here. Let me just have a look. There's Minmus is our current active contract, and we're gonna need to do a flyby of Minmus. That should be fine. But for the time being, we're gonna go and land on the moon and come right back again. So I'm pretty sure it was the Mark 9 that we used to get to the moon last time. Okay, so we're gonna get back to the moon. We're gonna land on it. Pretty sure this is the lander. I'll double check the staging here in a second now. This is absolutely not the one. Revert flight. Can we go to vehicle assembly, please? I was well sure that I had like much better craft prepared. Oh, the Mark 11. Right, that would have been it naturally. Yeah. So this bad boy here was able to get to the moon, land, and return pretty successfully. Let's have a look at the cockpit quickly. Nice and fast, how I like it. So, it is a Prodobodyne OKTO, with a bunch of, what are they called again? The science goo, the mystery goo containers kind of like pushed inside of it. We have some drogue chutes, antennae, solar panels, naturally, for all the solar stuff we're going to need to do. Then we have thermometers and barometers as well for taking readings. We should be able to take some new readings on the flight up, actually, because, you know, I need to get mystery goo near to the... Ugh! Goodness! Oh, I've got turkeys in my throat. Okay, I need to get scientific data from near the moon, because I'm pretty sure I picked up data from the moon last time, which is why, if you go back in the video, you'll see that I had like 290 something science. Okay, without any further ado, you know what, we'll say this, successful moon land return. There we go. So save this bad boy, and we're gonna, everything, all the staging there is fine. We're gonna launch this. So hopefully this goes well. I mean, the fact I could do it once does not necessarily mean I can do it again. But the rocket's not the problem here, which is good. It's wobbling a fair bit there, isn't it? Oh, also, I think the action... Yeah. E is a weird action group here. I need to revert this flight to launch. Because every time I rotated the craft, the action group was like... Yeah, hang on. I need... every time I tried to... Yeah, the stage was apparently bound to the mystery goo, which I don't want. It was very awful. Okay, custom 1. We're gonna observe mystery goo. Yeah? Okay, cool. Grand. Okay, that's an important thing to an important distinction there. So yeah, last episode was really just a load of complications and stupidity, and like me kind of almost forgetting the basics of multi-stage rocketry. So, without any further ado, ladies and gents, let's make our way to the moon. What are conditions here like at the moment? Just flying a Kerbin. Okay, yeah, nothing special. You will notice I'm bringing 6 boosters just because it feels like the right amount of boosters to bring. I'm hoping they peel away successfully as well. I don't think that's a guaranteed thing to have happen, but... Did I lose the rocket? Back to the drawing board, ladies and gents. I lost the rocket. That said, I might as well see if I can take measurements here. No, that's the upper atmosphere. Right. Well, are we just going to hit space? We are. We might as well go up there and see if we can take new readings. and then I'll recover the vessel. Okay. Any new science over here? Nope. I'm assuming the same for temperature. Alright, if there's nothing new, like, then I'll just reset the vessel. No need to spend the money. Yeah, okay. We'll write this guy to launch here. If people would like me to do a run, that is, like, completely consequential and with no reset, like, on hard difficulty, essentially, do let me know. And I would probably do a stream of, like, hard difficulty. I wouldn't do it as my main series, because, my god, hard difficulty is actually super challenging, because not only does it, like, prevent you from resetting, it also turns up atmospheric resistance, so it's like you burn up way more easily. Like every single recovery stage needs to have ablator or you die. Alright, so it's the same deal here. We're just gonna have you burn up. We're definitely gonna hit orbit simply by virtue of this rocket being the way it is. But I am gonna give it a cheeky boost after separation. I actually might put the rocket there in the same stage as the actual decouplers, so I'm well clear of the actual boosters by the time they deplete. There we go. Okay, no need to waste any more fuel getting up that high. The boosters have done their job now, and once I'm at about, let's say, 30 seconds to apoapsis, jeez, let's see what I'll do here. Can I turn it all? I can. Oh, okay. So we're going to be facing this way here. I'm pretty sure I have some reaction wheels in here as well, which makes turning way more doable. You cannot underestimate the power of reaction wheels. I'm pretty sure they were actually powerful enough to allow me to completely rectify the craft after I landed it, like, on the moon. So, like, it landed on its neck before, and the reaction wheels were just so powerful it just flipped it onto its legs. Okay. So we're gonna pop up to, say, yeah, I'm gonna start my burn towards the horizon at about T-minus 30 seconds. It typically does take about a minute on this engine. Alright. Everything's lined up correctly. And now what we're just trying to do is expand our orbit as much as possible. So, normally this is most easily achieved. Goodness, the turkeys in my throat today are unreasonable. Normally this is achieved by burning, so that means firing your engine at the apoapsis. And firing at your apoapsis makes your periapsis larger. The same goes for firing your periapsis. It makes the apoapsis larger, provided you're firing in the right direction. Like, it's possible to, like, for example, if we were to turn this rocket right around, flip it head to tail, and then fire the rocket, we'd slow down instead of be speeding up, and we just fall back into orbit. But the objective here is to ensure that we're able to actually, like, essentially throw ourselves at the Earth and then miss, so that we keep going around and around the Earth, and that's how we establish orbit. Pretty sure there's nothing scientific I can do here at this point in time. Yeah, this is all data I have before. Yeah, okay, cool. Oh, that stage is gone. Okay, here comes this stage. So this is the maneuver stage. I actually am going to pull up a little bit, because I'm starting to drop altitude, so I want to see if I can bring my apoapsis up a bit. Because the last thing I want to do is just fall right back into Earth, because that defeats the purpose of the burn. I might try a 45-degree angle then, just to, like, maximize our arc. It's not as efficient as it could be, but since when is anything as efficient as it could be? You'll see here now that our projected apoapsis is no longer going down quite so fast. I want to bring it back up to our horizon ultimately. Okay. Yeah, the arc is stretching out anyway, which is good. It is just an expensive maneuver getting up here. Okay. We're getting close to reaching the required delta V. Not delta V, the required orbital velocity. I'm pretty sure I read somewhere recently that it was like 36,000 delta V is required to achieve orbit. That's nuts. That really is so much. Like, you can see here in the corner, like, we're not even in orbit yet, and I've only got maybe a combined 3,000 left to get to the moon and return. Like, that's a lot. Alright, we'll keep the apoapsis here anyway. Because I want to see my periapsis pop up over the horizon soon enough. Oh yeah, there's a craft that I landed in the ocean some time ago. I'm pretty sure that's what that is. I don't know what it is, but for this run of Kerbal Space Program, it seems to be super eager to have any... Oh, there we go. Hello, Mr. Periapsis. It seems to be super eager to have any craft that lands in the water just sink all the way to the bottom. That doesn't normally do that. Okay, I want to reach 105 meters because a perfectly circular orbit is just easier to make transfers from in general. Oh yeah, there's a craft that actually landed on the moon but was unable to recover. Basically given the fact that it didn't have enough delta V to escape the planet. Okay, 105.6, 101.5. Give me another burn there. Oh. This is 105.6, and this is now 108. Oh well. You know what? It's fine. It's not perfectly eccentric, but if we have a look at the, yeah, 0. So when this eccentricity is at 0, you've got a perfectly eccentric orbit. That means a perfectly circular orbit. And it's really, really good for making transfers out of because you can just move your maneuver spheres wherever, and it always costs the same delta V, no matter what the maneuver. Okay, now we need to figure out how to... What is our trajectory for hitting the moon? It costs about 800 to get to the moon, I'm pretty sure. So we can use, like... From here, anyway. So, should be good to just, like, pop it. Maybe... Let's put it around a ring here. Like, one option that I've been using has just been, like, you know, a collision course with the moon, basically. Let's actually have a look at that. There's been a collision course with the moon, where I basically just try and find a point where I just smack right into the fella. So I think actually the best chance of that might be kind of catching up with it in a way. So I think over here would be... What's the periapsis like here? If I stretch this out a little more... Just back down again. Huh. Any collision here? This looks like a collision course. Does it not? Looks like a very weird course. That looks like... That's gotta be a collision. Surely. Oh. Tell you what, I'll start again. New node. Add maneuver. Okay, that's escape velocity. We're not going for Minmus just yet. Minmus is later. Minmus is coming, but I want to do this like landing and recovery. Periapsis here is actually no. Someone taught me a trick in the stream where you can like pin these essentially, right? I am. Oh, how'd you do that again? Was it? Yeah, there we go. It's a Mun periapsis. Lovely. So altering this will hopefully bring it down a bit. Yeah, this is looking like it's going to be a collision. Gotta bring it down enough. There. Okay, perfect. So 839.4 at this position will give me exactly what I'm after. Big thank you again to the gentleman who joined my stream there 2 weeks ago and basically taught me a whole new trick about Kerbal Space Program to fight, despite the fact I've been playing this game for years. So definitely greatly appreciated. How's my electricity doing? I'm still good. Okay, fine. I get worried about losing electricity, especially when, you know, I've got a big craft and I've got small solar panels, because it's possible just to position yourself in such a way that's like, yeah, you're not getting the sun anytime soon. Okay. So it's a burn time of 1 minute and 5 seconds, so I'm going to need to burn at about 1 minute 32. Alright, I just need to try and follow this navigation ball here in blue for a little bit first. And then, as long as I keep on track with that, and I have the engines burning the right way to actually try and meet this goal, to kind of like sink this bar as much as possible, our orbit will actually expand to match this projected orbit here. And this projected orbit will smack us dead ass into the moon. So here's hoping anyway. How you doing, fella? Not too bad, not too bad. We are now past the node, and we still have like 20 something more seconds to burn, which is why we kind of like start our burn before the node. So it's kind of like even, if you get me. I want to get it as close to perfect as possible. Yeah, you can really see the speed at which the apoapsis starts expanding now. Okay. I'm only going to use a little bit of burn now at this point. I want to make sure we hit that target of actually landing on the moon. There we go. Okay, so that is successful contact. Successful predicted contact. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to press F5 to quick save so that we can just go back to this point if things don't work out quite so hot. Quick saving is super important on this. Especially when it comes to, like, you know, doing these kind of maneuvers here. Yep, so there's the Mark 8. I successfully landed that and was like, oh, I actually don't have the engine power to get home. Which is unfortunate at best. High space over the moon. We're still good here. Lovely. And how about high space over the moon mystery goo? Yeah, I'll take that. You know what, we'll take it in high space. How often are we going to be in high space, realistically? Okay. I'm gonna tilt my ship towards the retrograde, which means the opposite direction of where you're going, and this will help us slow down. So we're going to use the remainder of the fuel in this engine just purely to decelerate as we get closer and closer to the moon. Then we'll jettison that, and we'll use our landing stage to get down there. Now, actually, because there's no atmosphere on the moon, I can put this down without any kind of like fear whatsoever. I can put down a landing gear because it's not going to get torn off atmospherically because, yeah, no atmosphere. And it means we'll have a good chance, just like, you know, land on the moon, hopefully right side up. That's the goal here. That's the dream. There's a big crater there. Any kind of more temperature measurements I can take here? This is still classified as high over the moon, if I'm not mistaken. I don't care if you're off. Or we're at warp, right? You can't. Yeah, you can't interact with stuff at warp. No, this is still high over the moon. That's fine. We'll get nice and low very shortly. Okay. So we're at about 800 now. I am going to start... Oh, jeez. Oh, camera. Camera, please. Oh. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh. When the controls invert like this, it's actually disgusting. You really just got to go by the nav ball. Going by eye is so tough. Right. Let's slow this down then. Because we're going to need to burn all this off and eject it before we even, like, get to the surface of the moon. So it's like... Yeah, it is what it is. 70,000 meters classified as near the moon yet? Yeah, it is. But we've already taken our data here. I might reset this canister. I feel like data from near the moon is going to be more valuable. I feel like I might install a lab at some point, so I'm probably going to reset these canisters. Yeah, I'll probably reset them. Just because I want to get more relevant data, if you get me. Oh, no. Give me the goo. Give me the goo. Reset you. And reset you. And then taking this data here. Yeah, that's 30 science from near the moon. It's like way better. And we already have it from the surface, so it's like, oh, we can afford to eject you now as well. I'd forgotten. Okay, lovely. And now we're just gotta land our little booty on the moon, nice and safe. I'm pretty sure these guys are like relatively impact resistant, so we can land at about maybe 50 meters per second, but I don't want to risk it too much. Yeah, our height is pretty good at the moment. I'm going to try and keep our height over the ground monitored because there's no ocean on the moon. Anymore, anyway. There are like craters and basins that are used to reference sea level, though, I'm pretty sure. Turn the engine on there, Chief. Yeah, there goes that bit of the craft. We'll see a lovely explosion now in a second. It's a long way down. Almost there. Yeah, there we go. Doesn't love a good explosion every now and then. Alright. This engine is actually quite effective in vacuum, so it's like it's not even that bad. Okay. Looking like we're gonna land on the side of a crater here, but not much to be done about it. One of my most hated things about landing on the moon is like not really being able to specify a comfortable landing area. I suppose I could hypothetically, but it's always like a case of like, you know, okay, you've come out of orbit here, you're gonna land either a little ahead or a little in front of it. So having a nice strip to land on would be super great. But sure, look, nobody's perfect, are they? "600 meters out." Okay, yeah, this is comfy. Yeah, and on impulse, I can like readily shave off a couple of meters per second, so that's pretty handy as well. Yeah, this is gonna land just perfectly, actually. And after this, we're gonna just fire straight back up. After we've made our landing. Oh, come on now, you're only 36 meters off. Oh wow, a proper landing on the legs and everything. That's exciting. I do love that. Oh, cool. We can take a pressure scan from the midland craters. And take a temperature scan from the midland craters as well. Lovely. Oh, that's great. So there has been scientific gain. That delights me. Okay. So, without any further ado, let us return to Kerbin from the moon. So this is a record we basically set at the end of the last episode, and it was I had been hoping to get the Kerbal on the moon as well in the same episode, but it just took so damn long. But no, okay, this craft actually worked. And we have 1,000 Delta V to play with in order to get back to Kerbin, so it should be good. I'm probably going to use a generally similar design for the Kerbal, though, but we'll see how I want to fit things around. Because I love bringing loads of scientific equipment. Because, like, you know, that's how you win. But, oops. I don't know why I cut the engine there. But, yeah, it is how it is. So what we need to do now is achieve escape of the moon's orbit, and then we need to bring ourselves back into atmosphere for Kerbin, rather. Uh-oh. Okay. Jesus. Well, bit of an awkward start there, is it not? Tell you what, we need to warp to that apoapsis. Oh. Oh, please tell me I'll be able to maintain contact. Okay, just barely. Yeah, I might need to extend these antennae quickly, just to make sure that I have enough, like, radio power. There we go. Yeah, having an extended antennae allows your actual communication system to last a little bit longer, or a little bit further out, rather. I might actually put up a relay at some point as well. I just don't really have the tech for it yet, so no real point. How close? We're 17 seconds. Right, so I need to destroy this periapsis. And it may not be very easy. I might need to... Oh, are we actually not going to make it back to the moon? No. Oh, god damn it. We didn't actually make it back because we launched at a weird angle to Kerbin. Okay, then. Alright. Alright. I'll be right back. Alright, hello, welcome back. So, having loaded the quick save and warped all the way to the moon, I'm just starting my descent again. I've already done the science there on the mystery goo, but now we're gonna start our burn shortly anyway. Alright, 20,000 meters probably fine. We're not asking for too much, we just want to like cut our velocity as much as possible. I kind of felt like something was wrong when the apoapsis wasn't like pointing quite the way I wanted it to. That's unfortunate. Not much to be done though, unfortunately. It is what it is. I kind of gotta go with that sometimes. But that's, you know what? I'll extend the antenna this time actually, just right now. Because the last thing I want to do is like lose control of the vessel. Right. Right, we're gonna cut the velocity here as well. Pretty cool with these two antennae just poking out the front. I think anyway. I don't know. It's a weird aesthetic, but I kind of like it. Kind of dig it. All right, let's do some more warping then, because we're actually not having an issue at all with this so far. Let's also pop you there. Yeah, we only got 4,000 meters to go. It's not too much. And we got like maybe a kilometer to go now. Bring it down to like 20 is probably ideal. Any more than that, we won't really fall kind of as directly down as we'd like, and I don't want to waste too much delta V, because as you saw there, we are just kind of getting off the moon as well. It's not like oh, we're making it back with like, you know, a couple 100 kilograms of fuel to spare. No, you're running on fume. Okay, come on, ground. I know you want me. Yeah, it's all still near the moon. Fair enough. Oh, no, you don't. Oh, damn it. Fell over this time. It's alright, though, because I'm pretty sure it is able to... If I rotate it the right way, should be able to self-rectify. Because the reaction wheels are that strong. There we go. Just it's controlling it is the issue. Okay, there we go. Okay, don't cause me issues, you. Alright, we can collect our data from the atmosphere again. And I'll take it on both sides in case like one gets burnt up. It's unlikely, but I also don't want to run the risk of going all the way out here and then losing the data. Right. So the key to get back to Kerb now is... Which way is north? God. Okay, well, let's zoom out here, see what we can see. To be honest with you guys, it's not a lot. So if we could follow this line like straight back, that would be sublime. As to how we follow that line, though, that's really the difficulty. Possible to rotate just here. Yeah, the reaction wheels are just allowing me to kind of scoot the craft around. Oh boy. Tell you what, we'll start scooting off the planet here. Oh god. Okay. Maybe this will work out better. If it doesn't, I really don't know what to do from that point. Oh, why is this getting so tricky? Yeah, I need to kind of make the burn here. I only really got one shot here. Because otherwise, you know, the moon's going to mess with my orbit again. I'm just not landing on the right kind of sight line, if you get me. And that's the problem, honestly. I just need to hit atmosphere. Like, that's what I need. Okay, how close am I now? 10 seconds? I mean, I don't have a lot of fuel, so... I'm not gonna make it. I made it. Uh-oh, I made it too much. Oh, that's problematic. Okay, that is a very fast collision. Budge. Okay, maybe just a gentle burn. All I want to do is make it to, like... Right, that's the perfect amount. That is what I need for proper atmospheric deceleration. And I don't know if you were there for the first stream or because I cut out a lot of the atmospheric deceleration in the first video I put up. The stream, though, everyone had to kind of sit there with me through that. Definitely took a while. That's a good way to put it. Christ. Hopefully I've put it down low enough. If not, we'll see how we're doing here. If not, I can bring it a little lower. I just don't want to risk. Yeah, exactly this. Stuff's starting to heat up already. We have already lost 13 million meters off of the actual. Not 13 million. We're down to 13 million meters from 20 million. So it's like pretty significant. Tell you what, I'll try bring it down just a bit more. Maybe to like 57. But as I said, like, we're not making it back with a lot of fuel. Like, in fact, we'll be making it without fuel. It's kind of like part of the point. Okay. You got maybe like 1 or 2 little maneuvers left and you rocket, so like make them worth it. Okay. That's as far as I'm willing to go, honestly. Because like that atmosphere will burn you up. Especially if you're not careful about it. I've just retracted my legs there as well. In case anyone's wondering what that weird noise was. Yeah. I'm gonna try and make sure I'm centered as well. So that, like, you know, the heat-resistant engine is facing the right way. How are we for deceleration here then? And how are we for catching fire? Oh, pretty good. Pretty good, all things considered. Those legs are probably going to be destroyed. But for the time being, they're fine. Yeah, okay, so we passed without too much difficulty. And this is where the atmospheric braking comes in. It is possible to like get a proper item called aero brakes that allows you to do this way more efficiently. But I don't have it, is honestly why I'm not using it. Otherwise, they are pretty good. I'd equip them on like any craft I'm planning on, like, you know, having to just barely scoot back to Kerbin. I see people using them when they're trying to land on Duna, this game's equivalent of Mars sometimes. I'm like, why though? The atmosphere is like super thin. Like if you're feeling saucy, just use drogue chutes for everything. What the heck is that out there? It's just a mountain that's like rendering weird. Yeah. It heats up, but you know, we're not losing it just yet. Yeah, we're gonna keep that at as high a warp as possible. I actually might use the last of my decelerant then. Just bring the apoapsis down a bit more. Because it's a case of, like, you know, the lower it gets, the easier it is to manage it, basically. Or should I bring down the... Should I actually bring down the periapsis a bit more? Maybe just a bit. Maybe just a bit. Maybe just a bit. Maybe to 54,000. I'm gonna regret doing this. I feel like it's one of those things I'm like, oh, Willie, you shouldn't have done that. I'm like, oh, I know, but also if we can, like, if we can let things work out slightly faster, I'm like, also I'm barely using any delta V there, so it's really, if it becomes an issue, I'll just fix it. He said, not knowing he's completely and irrevocably ruined himself. You know what? I think I might just burn the last of it, take down the rest of the apoapsis. And then I'm going to cut this so he can burn more efficiently. So how close are we to the periapsis here? 19 seconds. I'll speed it up a little bit. And then goodbye to you, my friend. We will be decelerating at different rates. Yeah, and there comes the heat shield now. I do have a heat shield on it, right? Okay, cool. For some reason this decoupler is like sticking on this way. I think I might have put it on upside down. But look, if the heat shield's gonna do its work. Yeah, and it is, then we'll be fine. Yeah, I'm curious as to when this little bit of debris will actually come down. I don't know if it actually ever will. given the fact that that's a lot of debris in orbit. Given the fact that atmospheric interactions aren't actually rendered when you're not the player, so it can be a little awkward. Okay, we're back in space, so we can pick up the big warp now. Big warp time. Yeah. Lovely. Now, torch me. Come on, atmosphere, you can do it. Oh, hello. Oh, there's the thing I separated from a while ago. Yeah, I'm really not sure if this is going to experience any kind of, like, orbital decay itself. I know I am. But, like, beyond that, there's not much going for me. Yeah, that apoapsis is coming well down now. I hope we don't land in the ocean, because, my god, just having to wait for it to sink. It's like, oh, hang on, the bit of the decoupler came off. Oh, was it, like, just kind of sitting there? And, like, it rattled off eventually? Oh, interesting. I do have all the science and stuff, right? Yeah, cool. I did actually remember to take the measurements whilst I was up there. That's good. We'll probably be relying on a similar atmospheric braking system to get them back from Kerbin. But I don't know, actually. We have a good bit of science, so you might actually be able to pick up some new toys that'll make that not so necessary. Oh. But it's also good to know that, actually, what is the vehicle mass at the moment? I'm curious. Total mass is currently 0.73 tons. Okay. 0.73 tons can be readily recovered by, a terrier. And like probably too many legs, honestly. I probably could have cut the number of legs there to save a bit of delta V, but nobody's perfect, right? I'm just starting to think now about the Kerbin mission and what I'm gonna bring. It is probably just gonna be like, what I want it to be. Yeah, it's gonna be Jeb that goes, and I'm gonna probably bring extra reaction wheels and another battery. But yeah, I can do without the OKTO. Which is honestly great, by the way. I love having the unmanned probes. It makes me feel way less awful when, like, my people get stranded on certain planets because I've made mistakes with autosaving. Yeah. So having this example of an unmanned craft that's able to return is definitely the right call. Right, sorry. The music there was signifying, hey, you can bring the warp back up again. I was busy talking about everyone's favorite Kerbal, Jebediah. Right, okay, let's burn some more. Let's see how much it takes up the apoapsis this time. It's not doing badly. Like, we're gonna get this in only a couple cycles. The other day when we were doing the atmospheric burn, we were like doing it like 65,000 meters, and it was excruciating. I think we spent. I think we spent about an hour just doing atmospheric deceleration, where this is looking more like it's gonna be like 10 minutes. And it's not a bad thing. Like going through the atmospheric deceleration is an important kind of like Oh, what's this? We're going down even more? Weird. We were going back up there for a second. Might have been planing on the atmosphere for a time being. Oh god. Yeah, 4 times it's like the warp is awkward. That's fine. What was I gonna say? But yeah, it was pretty bad earlier on. Just because of the fact that when you're trying to slow down using that thin an atmosphere, it's like you're not gonna get anywhere. Which is why I felt comfortable bringing it down to 50-something thousand. The apoapsis is now okay. Cool. It's just in 6 digits now. My God, will you stop spinning so fast? All right, there's some music that lets us know we can warp up again. How's our eccentricity? Probably awful. Yeah, 0.2. Like that. This is hardly a circle anymore. It's straight up an ellipse. I can't actually recall. Isn't eccentricity of 1 just a line? That doesn't feel right. But yeah. In fairness, eccentricity in general has always been something that annoys me because I feel like it would tend to 1 when you got a perfect circle, and just shy away from that otherwise. But I suppose it makes sense that like things tend towards 0, and they're either positive or negative. Which can you negative eccentricity? No, surely it's just like an absolute value. Oh, if anyone knows, please do tell. I'm curious to actually find out myself. How long is this ablator going to hold out? Not terribly long by the looks of it. Doing too bad, though. There we go. There's the fire I'm hoping to see. I once had an entire space station that I just, like, decided to bring out of orbit for the crack, and it just basically boiled down to being a giant candlestick flying through the sky. It was pretty awesome, if I do say so myself. Yeah, maybe 1 or 2 more cycles, and then it's a full atmospheric incursion. Ooh, we're down to 49.5. And in fairness, we cut our speed quite significantly as well, which is pretty good. So I'm actually starting to get worried about this heat shield. I've never actually had a heat shield run out of ablator before. But it's something I probably have to keep an eye out for. Oh no, no way. We're actually going to bring it down in this run. Okay, this is the run, guys. This is where we stand. Yep. Okay, our fate has been determined now. It's probably going to be a clean recovery. Like I've not really got any worries about this. I am going to align it a little bit better. This guy here, because we are going to start coming in a little bit hot now. Yeah. Oh, please don't be an ocean landing. I'd love to land on this peninsula here. That'd be ideal. But can't win them all, I suppose. I'm just worried that, like, it's going to sink again. Okay, let's slow down the warp there, fix our pointing towards the retrograde. We can get started again. Fix our little booty. Want to make sure we're pointing. We want to make sure we're pointing in the direction that, like, our craft is actually going as consistently as possible. Oh, looks like we lost the antenna. My bad. Should have probably retracted those before we went in atmosphere. Is that both of them? Yeah, that's both of them. Ablator, how are you doing? Wish I could check it here as well. We're losing a good bit of it, but otherwise we're fine. Yeah, we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. I'm confident. Might bring it down a little bit, just to make sure we're, like, aligning properly. There we go. We had some heat getting onto the actual components, but no, it's grand. It's grand. Okay, now we can kind of be as obtuse as we want in order to just, like, you know, cut air resistance. Okay, and there go the drogue chutes. Okay, we're gonna land on the land. Thank Christ. And we can deploy the normal paras. Why not now? We might as well, just to get it down there. Oh, that's good. I just have to get a notification on my phone there. I was meant to be away in Italy for a couple days for my cousin's wedding, but you know, as you know how it is, global circumstances has made travel a little bit on the unrestricted side. So unfortunately, we missed out on that, but it's fine. You know, it's important that we stay safe above all else. All right, these drogues are absolutely gonna make everything take a while. I might actually just make this parachute deploy a little lower. Yeah, because it's height over the ground, right? Alright, okay. No, there goes the big parachute now. That's fine. Lovely. And hopefully we don't, like, flip to the ground, because that'd be weird. And lovely. We're actually going to have recovered a proper little proby boy. That's exciting. And then we'll move on to Kerbal. So, yeah, actually, I'm really happy just going to share that with you instead of the video recorded the other day, because I was like proper, like, ugh, why is this not working? But this has been pretty tidy, and I think we're going to be able to get a Kerbal on the moon as well, with similar efficacy. Right, we're going to jettison the heat shield there. That actually was really funny. I love that. Okay, and that's everything recovered. So let's get our space vessel back, and we're going to get a heap of science out of this as well. Oh, 123 science, nice. So 417 in total. Oh, nice. Just like Brad's favorite gun. Okay. So next, actually no, it's not landing on the moon. I was mistaken. We're not putting a Kerbal on the moon yet. We're orbiting Minmus. Okay. Okay. So we're going to make ourselves up a Mark 11 for that, are we? That said, maybe it wouldn't hurt to take some more science. I need an upgraded space building. How much does that cost? Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought we didn't have nearly enough of that. Oh, and off-world EVA surface transfers. Okay, we'll upgrade you. Kerbals can perform EVAs. Oh, of course I want that. I want them to be able to jump out of that little craft as much as they want. Flight planning available. Unowned object tracking. Okay, so we are pretty well upgraded for everything we're gonna need in this side of things. Oh, and I should probably have a look at my strategies as well, actually. Enter. So takes 5% of fund income, yields 1 science for each enriching funds. Yeah. That sounds like a good one to have, because that just gives me extra science. Let's... Okay, so we can handle 25% commitment. That's fine. Setup cost. Okay, it's kind of expensive, but it's fine. That's fine. Leadership initiative. If we focus our efforts on consistently pushing our own space program forward, we can drum up more public interest. We'll need to put a few contracts on the back burner, so we may have to start selling research rights to the academic community to stay solvent. Huh. So our own space program gets a bonus. Oh, that's a science setup cost. Huh. I'd be interested in that, actually. If anyone's interested in any new strategies, please let me know. So like I'll just put them up there for a second so you can have a look at them if you want. So you can pause the video if you want to read through them, and then maybe like comment a strategy you might think is good. For me, I'm just taking outsourced R&D right now because it's just going to give me a bit of extra science. So I'm like good with that. Bailout grant. Ooh boy. Don't necessarily want that just yet. Yeah. Okay. That's hopefully that'll actually not screw me over too much. Okay, right, let's have a look here. So a flyby of Minmus. Fuel systems. We could get access actually to the final set of, not the final set, but like a decent set of rockets and the like. Yeah, heavy rocketry, propulsion technology, advanced fuel systems, actuators. What's this? Oh, it's a flag. That's so cute. Actuators, that's fine. Grabbing units. Cool. Supersonic flight. No, thank you. I'm not really going to be doing much plane building this game. Because, remember, the overall objective is land on Elu. The furthest planet away from everything, really. That's some cool command modules there. Flight control technology has evolved far enough that we feel we can honestly say pilots are in command now. That's funny. Advanced space exploration. A mobile processing lab. Now that's a good bit of kit to get. Ooh, and a relay antenna. Might want some of this myself. Expensive kit though. I'm not sure which I want more. These quality of life attachments, or landing equipment. Because the landing equipment is tough. Huh. Better legs never hurts. These are proper legs. Like the other ones, not so much. Crikey. I don't really know. I think I'm good with the rocket systems we have for the time being. But I could also be mistaken. The spark. For teeny tiny probes. The Mite solid fuel booster. Interesting stuff. I've never actually used much of the small propulsion systems before. But I could potentially be interested in it. I could go for fuel systems, but it's honestly just more expensive as well as the thing. Larger decouplers, rocket max, adapters, aviation stuff, which I'm not really interested in. I'm tempted by the landing gears. This RCS stuff is handy as well. Huh. Oh, this is tough. This is really tough, actually. Trying to figure out what I want to spend my science on. Getting this lab earlier would probably be better. Oh. Precision engineering. That gave me a much better core as well. These are much better thermal, not thermal, solar panels here, yeah. I'm much for these because they track as well, so it's like really advantageous. Okay. What do I want? What do I want? I'm spoiled for choice. That's honestly the issue. Should I just go for rockets? Should I just go for tech? I think I will go for... So the current objective is to do a flyby, right? But the secondary objective after that will be to do a landing. So I am going to take the advanced landing equipment. Definitely taking that. Don't need these landing struts for the time being. That's fine. If the focus is landing, I'm going to take the lander can as well, because that's very handy to have. Command modules, not really an essential. Construction, equally not as essential. These are nice to haves, definitely, but I think then getting these larger rocket components is probably the right call. Okay. And then I'm happy with that, I think. I'll save up the rest of that science for something else. Okay. I know it took a while, but I promise you there was a reason. I was trying to like figure out what is the best, most efficient way I can spend this science. So right now, flyby Minmus, gather scientific data from Minmus, and return to Kerbal from a flyby of Minmus. So you know what we'll do actually? We'll make this a manned mission. We will make this a manned mission. And should I send them up in a lander can? Because I really like, you know, the way the surfaces on this work. Oh, so much to do now. Okay, so we need to design our cockpit, and I need to sneeze really badly. Excuse me. Right. That doesn't feel right. Got a big parachute here. Might as well pop this on. Why not? Hopefully it'll survive atmospheric entry. It says it doesn't, but I've always found it's never been too much of an issue. Personally. But hey, what do I know? So. Just... Huh, the window there, that's cool. So all we have to do is do a flyby of Minmus. And if we're going to do a flyby of Minmus, we might as well take the science, right? Oh, jeez. Will I actually take a science lab for once? Not a science lab, but a science junior. No, I'm gonna actually save. Okay, here's the idea. I'm gonna save the science junior for putting on mobile processing labs. That's what I'm gonna do. Whenever I've got like whenever I've got a science junior situation going on, whenever I have a mobile processing lab, it goes up with modules for science juniors. Or I'm either gonna couple science juniors to the mobile processing lab for later evaluation. Right, that feels like the right thing to do. So for the time being, then we can just focus on getting our 4 of these guys in here. Wrong rotation. There we go. And by the magic of route manipulation, we can actually push these a little bit further into the craft. And actions, and we can never recover them. Unless we zoom in really far. No, have I completely fudged it? I have. I actually have. Okay, well, back to the drawing board. Thankfully, not too much was lost. Nothing of value was lost, almost. Oh, let's zoom back out here for a second. Slap these guys on again. Maybe with without so much, you know, disregard for... God. Yeah, without so much disregard for the way this game was meant to be played, which was without manipulating the routes. But hey, it makes for a much sleeker, safer aircraft, and that's probably what the Kerbals want. I don't know, I'm not a mind reader. Okay, right, that'll be grand. And for the action groups... No, not stage. Please, put Observe Mr. Goo on 1. There we go. We're probably going to catch a bunch of new stuff on the barometers and thermometers as well, so we'll send those up to 2. Lovely. That's our science taken care of. And we are not going to need any comms, because this is a manned vessel. I feel comfortable popping on... You know what we'll do? I'll pop on 2 drogues here. Yeah, lovely. Okay, pop on 2 drogues. Oh no, we're gonna need a big parachute for this fella here. Okay, cool. Could I actually put on some... Yeah, battery under this as well. Ugh. I'll probably just slap on some actual battery packs, unless this comes with electric charge. It does. Not too much, but... Not too much, but equally we won't be needing that much. We can get everything we need off of panels. Probably won't be able to get everything we need off panels, but hey. I'm not judging. You know what? Why not just put them on the parachute, right? Oh, probably because they'll explode. Yeah, that's probably not my greatest idea. I'm not sure what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to do something though. Okay, I'm gonna rotate these guys. Lovely. I'm gonna have you sit up at a bit of an... Oh, God. Wheel, please. Or load. Or load. We sit at a bit of an angle, and I'll actually move you up a bit. There we go. Yeah, that's not too shabby. That's not bad at all. That'll work. Hopefully. There are reaction wheels in this? Yes. There are. Best and landing, that's fine. Mirror, fly, what does that do? Just change the orientation of it? Yeah, okay. Oh, I can turn the flag on or off. Okay, that's fine. I want my reaction... See, I don't know what the strength of these reaction wheels is, but it should be acceptable then. Okay, so is this a recoverable craft? Is there anything wrong with this? No, it's not. It's not high. It's not giving me any screams, I suppose. Utility. Comms. Okay. Do I... Oh, I could probably put one of the new advanced stabilizers on it, but it's probably pretty heavy, right? I feel like it will be. Yeah, 0.1 tons. And like, the small wheel was perfectly adequate. So where do I put it, you know? Ultimately, I don't think I should think we'll need one. So you know what? I'll stop goofing around, and I'll slap on the heat shield we need. Grand. With that, I can probably put on the decoupler then. That is the right one, yeah. This is the tiny one. Yeah, cool. So there goes the decoupler. And now all this guy has to do is fly around Minmus. Come right back. Yep, and we're going to be gathering scientific data on the way, so that'll be perfect. All right. Okay, okay. I'm excited to put up a lab shortly enough, that'll be fun. Another thing, by the way, I will not be collecting EVA data unless we're on planet. So, like, stuff like... So basically, I want to save EVA data for mobile lab processing, because that'll get me more science as well, so... Mark 12. Return. We're not gonna actually have you landing, so that's fine. I wonder if it'll tell me how much delta V I need to get to Minmus. Space travel. Orbital basics. Orbital maneuvers. Delta V. Thinking in simple straight lines. Okay, that's fine. Okay, orbit types. Okay. Hoffman transfers. Radial, anti-radial. But do you have like the chart, basically? No, I don't think they have the chart. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. That's a really handy little resource, by the way, if you want to like learn new stuff about the game. But unfortunately, if they don't have the graphic for Delta V, then I don't really know how much I'm going to 100% need for this set of maneuvers here. But that's fine. That's fine. Engines. We're gonna try some of the new ones, but we are gonna bring the smaller engines as well. So I'm gonna grab. Let's tell you what, I'll grab this guy here. Oh, it is a bit small, isn't it? But I kind of just want to keep it small. Pop a Terrier on here, just in case. I need to separate those parachutes as well, because I don't want drogue chutes in the same phase as the main parachute. Yeah. Okay, cool. This will be a little handy booster, so we have a little bit to go with if things don't work out phenomenally. Shouldn't encounter an issue, but hopefully it'll be fine. Now I'm gonna pop on. I might just go right to the bigger engines, actually, just because, you know, we've got them. We might as well use them, right? Is there a construction element for? No. All right then. Well, we're just gonna smack on a big engine then, I suppose. How much to be done about it? X32. No, I'll probably put on. Would it be better just to go with the? We did get the Poodle, right? Oh, why is that not disconnecting? Whatever. We did get the Poodle, didn't we? Yeah, we did. We got the Poodle. Okay, so I'll just use the Poodle then. No need to kind of include the Terrier if the Poodle will do the work. The Poodle is an incredibly reliable engine. Let's change the variant there. Oh boy. Single bell versus double bell. I don't know why you'd ever want the single bell, given that that looks like it's way more work. Oh, actually, that's problematic. Yeah, dude, that's like awful. Why would you ever want that? Let's turn off the shroud as well. We probably don't need it. Yeah, this is a stupid looking rocket already, but it's probably gonna get us around Minmus. Like, it is ridiculous the kind of like the power difference that these rockets bring. You just have only 600 and some delta V. Oh, on Kerbal, right? It'll be much different in vacuum. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, it's like a stupid amount of delta V that we get out of it. But that's fine. Pop a skipper on there as well. I know, for good measure, let's just add some kickbacks, because I love overwhelming firepower at the best of times. I'm gonna pop some wings onto this actually as well, just so we don't absolutely lose everything. Alright, give me some kickbacks. You see these things? They're enormous. They're actually staggeringly large. I don't want to pop some aerodynamic tips on you guys as well, because otherwise, what's the point, right? Okay, hopefully, the Mark 12 is not a pretty ship. It is not a pretty ship. We don't actually have the right decouplers, actually. But the Mark 12 will probably make it around Minmus with like minimal issue. God, it's hideous. I love it. Okay, we have an actual pilot now as well, which is nice. Let's see how this treats us. Like, they're so gangly. Like, I never thought I'd really describe a rocket as gangly, but it really is just so gangly. Yeah. This is not what I would call an aerodynamic craft by any stretch of the imagination. But hey, we've just broken Mach 1 there, so that's nice. None of these guys are like way too strong for comfort. So the fact that we're like only just now breaking 10,000 is actually a bit of a nice reassurance. Pretty sure it'll be a non-issue, like. As for our apoapsis, yeah. These guys by themselves will help us make it to orbit. Uh-oh. Let's quickly, have them do their own thing. We're gonna fly on past you, and then we will never speak of this again. Also, wow, I'm well off course. Need to get ourselves into a nice little orbit here. Along this 90-degree line. Rotated a lot more than I necessarily wanted to, but that's fine. Okay, just finagling ourselves, positioning ourselves. We're gonna want to get into a little bird. What makes Minmus special, by the way, for anyone who doesn't know, is the fact that Minmus is Kerbin's second moon, and it is off of this kind of like this nice plane. So we are gonna need to do a maneuver to actually get in the same plane as Minmus. So we'll show that off shortly enough. But yeah, it's a pretty interesting little maneuver you gotta do. And kind of like, as far as maneuvers go, they are the ones I'm most comfortable with. Hoffman transfers aren't something I really do manually. I have had MechJeb for this game, which is basically on autopilot, that is capable of performing the Hoffman transfers for me. But as I said, I'm not an incredible pilot, so you know, this is yet to be seen. Why is this classified as a... I suppose it makes sense if it's just a lander can. But hey. Crew report. Yeah, space near Kerbin. Makes perfect sense. This engine's gonna tear it up, though. We're really gonna start doing well with this. Yeah, like look at this. Look at how fast it's expanding this orbit here. Oh, what is the skipper? Yeah, it's actually nuts. Such an effective engine. I love it. I love it to bits. These engines it's probably one of my favorites. The Poodle's also phenomenal. It'll do whatever you need it to. Oh, it's gonna be a very clean orbit. I'm super happy about this. We're at this kind of like perfect angle as well. Oh no, we're getting a little bit away from it there. We're at this perfect angle where we're just keeping the apoapsis always 2 seconds ahead of us. Tricky to do. But like that's kind of how adjusting for that is how you kind of get the perfect orbit. Oh, this feels good, man. We'll pin you there just for a second to keep an eye on things, so I don't have to hover over it. Yeah, periapsis is coming up now. Not too shabby at all. What have I done? Uh-oh. I appear to have goofed. Alright, well I'm gonna have to go and make this more eccentric before I actually before I'm able to do anything else with it, unfortunately. Because doing the maneuver to change your inclination does require a fairly eccentric orbit. Hitting other targets that are on the same plane as you, not really, but otherwise you do kind of want to have something going for you there, if you get me. Yeah, 102, still 110, that's fine. How close are we to the periapsis here? 106. Okay, we're gonna warp around again. We're gonna get it on the other pass. So yeah, I'm excited kind of to show you how this whole angular transfer thing works, because it's, as far as I'm concerned, once you have achieving orbit, exiting and entering new orbits, and kind of angular manipulation done, you pretty much have like the bulk of what you need for space travel. Alright, so let's see the eccentricity here, like 0.26. Oh, it's not phenomenal. Ah, crap. I'll try to bring the periapsis up a bit more then. Yeah. Then Minmus is all the way out here as well, which is why it's important to either have relays or good antenna on your craft. or a physical pilot who does not need to be connected to the internet. Alright. How are we doing here? Not so hot, actually. I'm a little bit out of position. You know, I'll see what I can do. And if it's not phenomenal, it's fine. Okay, we brought it down to 0.8 there. 3. Okay, 0.3 is probably as low as we're getting realistically. Okay. Yeah, that's really good. Okay, I'm happy with that. Now I'm content to do a maneuver. So now what we have to do is just set Minmus as a target, right? And this brings up ascending nodes and descending nodes. And our responsibility is essentially to take these nodes and do little maneuvers at them that will allow us to change where these nodes will be. Is that not correct? Yeah, okay. So that'll change the ascending node to a certain way. Okay. So when we set the ascending node and descending node to 0, essentially, this will allow us to be perfectly kind of on track. So it's a 5-second burn. Wow, that's nothing at all. That just goes to show you again how powerful this engine really is. So yeah, let's get ourselves on target here with these polar axes. I'm actually not sure what these are called. Like I know prograde, retrograde, and radial and anti-radial. Is it polar and anti-polar? If anyone knows, do please tell me, because I want to be right about things 9 times out of 10. Also, you'll notice the interesting thing about like keeping ourselves on a polar rotation is that our craft doesn't actually like change respective to anything. It's completely self-isolated in a way. Not self-isolated, but you want to put, if you're going for a long haul, you always want to put your craft in a polar orbit or on a polar kind of facing direction, because it means that you stay relevant to the system at large, I suppose. Burn time in 30 seconds. You know what I'll do? This is a really nice node, so actually I'm going to quick save this. In case this goes awry. Okay, I might have overshot it a little bit there. Yeah, sending node 2. Okay, it might take a couple shots. It might, but that's fine. It's not a bad thing. There's good to be found in moderation, you know. Okay. So a burn time of a split second. Okay, that's reasonable, I suppose. Yeah, it'll be a tricky one to pull off in any kind of nice way. It is always difficult, in fairness, to get these just right. I haven't found an easy trick for them, if that actually is like a lot more doable than I'm making it out to be. But say I'd gotten that like correct the first time around, would have been well set for us an orbit to Minmus. Okay. Gonna burn just a little. What is this node at now? Okay, now we're at 0. Okay, cool. So what's my AFWAPS at? 132. It's 114. So I'm actually going to go ahead and expand this orbit with the remaining fuel that we actually have here in this stage. And then we're going to go onto the Poodle, and we are going to use the Poodle to do our flyby of Minmus. $146, 132. Whoops. Hopefully we can make this a little bigger then as well. Warp here to 2 minutes ahead of the thing. Yeah, this will probably give us enough time to... I don't think it actually will, but hey, it doesn't really matter, does it? As long as we just get ourselves ahead of the AFWAPS. We're near enough to it, actually. That's all that really matters. I just don't want to mess with the ascending nodes too much, because then they do get a little fiddly. Yeah, those nodes are still they're wiggling around. They're doing a wiggle, but they're otherwise fine. Okay, how's this eccentricity? We're almost at 0 actually. Like, we almost got this as good as we can get it. It's so handy they've got this little thing here now though, because it means that it's possible to actually get proper eccentric orbits without being like nuts about it, you know? Oh, there we go. Oh. Oh. Okay, that's fine. That's probably the best we're gonna get out of it. I am gonna go ahead and maybe point the craft kind of radially, and then just eject my... separate my stage. I'm not accelerating, am I? No? The stage didn't separate there when I pressed the stage separate button. Okay, there we go. Alright, so this little guy here will now sit happily in orbit for the rest of its life. And I am going to actually move on and get to Minmus. It'll be great. So we're going to find a maneuver. Oh. Oh. Okay, right. We're going to start another maneuver. Lovely. Okay, and we just need to like kind of position it a little bit so that we can... Oh. This will bring us to a flyby. Will it also bring us back, is the question. As you can see, actually, it's not a huge difference in delta V between getting to Minmus and getting to the moon. I suppose at this point, I've also got a much bigger orb than I normally do, so that probably does play a part. Does this flyby of Minmus kill me? I think it does. I think that lands me on Minmus, which I don't actually want. Spend a little bit more delta V there. Okay, we do get an escape, an encounter, and all that good stuff. So, a quick save it here. 42. 24-second warp time. You're grand. We will do a successful flyby of Minmus with Jeb at the helm. This is Jeb, right? I didn't bring the wrong carbon. It is, okay, cool. Kerbal. God, I keep mixing up the name of the planet to people. I should not. Okay. Because we lost that big chunky end off the ship, this turns much more gracefully. So yeah, at T-12, we start burning, and we just keep burning, and we keep tracking as accurately as possible. Engine. Oh my god, is it off or something? No! That's why we quick save. That's why we quick save. Oh my god, I hadn't even... Oh, my little chimp brain couldn't even deal with that. Oh boy. Well, I keep the throttle down. I'm gonna activate the engine, because apparently it didn't activate the time before. I'm actually gonna go to the Space Center and manually like remote detonate that, because the orbit is like as close to perfect as I can get it. So having that there is actually, it just makes it a hazard. I'm looking for Mark 12 debris, yeah. Terminate that debris. Then we're going to return to command of the actual Mark 12. And what do you know? The debris is gone. Wonderful. Okay, cool. I like everything to be as debris free as possible. Can't say I'm the only one who is against debris. Okay, we're gonna track towards this now, hopefully, pretty effectively. Can't believe, like, it just smacked right into it. Oh my god. Oh, makes for a good clip though. If nothing else, like, I might do a little end card with that actually. That sounds like fun. Oh, hello. You're a dangerous fellow, floating around out there. I might actually turn off the debris view at the moment. Okay, so yes, 12 seconds. We're gonna burn. It'll be great. And go. All we have to do is stay on top of this little blue navigation marker, and we'll be perfectly fine. We're gonna keep burning, full throttle, and we'll get our maneuver perfectly taken care of. I've never actually used a maneuver node for landing. If anyone has, how did that work out for you? Oh, okay. We got a little check mark there, so we're probably matching our desired trajectory pretty well. Apparently not. Why not? Okay, well, we've got one now. That's fine. That was weird, though. Okay, we still have control of the vessel because we do actually have a Kerbal on board. Okay, that's just high space for Kerbal. That's fine. Now, how low is our periapsis actually going? Not too low. We should be able to grab some high orbit mystery goo, though. It'll make for a nice addition to our scientific collection. Alright, so let's collect you. Lovely. Okay, 25 science for high space, that's fine. Log temperatures here. Lovely. Log pressure data there. Awesome. Log temperature here. Log pressure data there. You know, we might as well grab a crew report whilst we're here. Space high Minmus. Yeah, okay, cool. As I said, I won't do EVAs until I actually have relevant the relevant stations installed. Oh look, it's so bumpy and weird. What a gross little moon that is. Is that Kerbal all the way over there? Wow. Where's the other moon then? That's not it. Oh, there it is. Oh, see, everything is so far away. It's kind of crazy, right? The scale of space is actually just enormous. Which really drives home how big the sun actually is. Like, oh, it's huge. Okay, and now we have one of the most ridiculous orbits I've ever seen. Oh my god, look at how shallow that periapsis is. Okay, well, I know what we're here to do now at this point. We gotta just bring down our apoapsis a bit. Or bring down our periapsis so that we find ourselves in atmosphere. God, it's gonna take us a while to get there. Whoops! He says as he skips it completely. Right. I'm gonna bring it down that low for the time being, and then I need to be very, very careful. Have I died? No, I completely skipped out on the other side of the... Okay, well that's fine. I'm gonna warp to here. Hopefully that'll pick up nice and quick. Fast I can go in atmospheres. ×2. Okay. That was a bit of a bad choice. Okay, now we're gonna warp to here. Now we're gonna warp. Now we're gonna warp to here. Now, there we go. Jeez, took me long enough. Okay. We go up past our ridiculous apoapsis. What speed would we have hit there? I didn't even know. I didn't even see. I don't even think the game knew. It's crazy. Okay. It's like a week in orbit, though, if you screw that maneuver up. Like, that's why I'm glad there's no, like, food management. These dudes just, like... They subsist purely on a love of space. Which is something I've tried to do, and you cannot do it. It will take it out of you. Okay. Okay. Point me towards the retrograde, please. Okay, we're only coming in at, like, I don't know, 3,000 meters. Not too bad. Yeah, not too bad. Oh god, this is gonna be a lot of fire. Something all the way down there on the bottom of the sea. Have I been doomed? Stay tuned to find out. No, we'll be fine. Yeah. But actually, I think I think we can all say we're equally shocked that it worked out as well as it did. That was very strange. But hey, I suppose, you know, beggars can't be choosers and all that. That other part of the vessel just immediately like bit the dirt. EVA unavailable. Why not? Oh, because we're accelerating? Is that why? Yeah. We're gonna quick save here. I'm gonna have Jeb quickly hop on outside. You might want to pop your neck ring on and your helmet, just for your own personal safety. EVA report. While flying over Kerban's desert. Yeah, let's just store that in there. Lovely. Now, here's something fun you can do. And I personally love doing it. Yeah, it's not paused. We're in free fall. Deploy your parachute, Jeb. Here's something I personally love to do. Dies immediately. Okay. Apparently your helmet doesn't help much there. EVA report. Pop that in the craft. Just to... why not, right? Okay, cool. And he does have a little parachute. I don't know why it didn't trigger before. That's really weird. But yeah, we can just go a little parasailing with our friend Jeb. That's pretty cool, I think, actually. That's a nice little feature. But, like, it's a proper aerofoil as well, so it's like... you can very much steer where it is you're going. Just enjoy a little saunter with our friend Jeb. God, I'd love to parachute like this, actually. This would be crazy. Where's our spacecraft? Oh, it's all the way over there. I think it's landing a lot more slowly than we are. That said, we're pretty close to the desert at this point. God, I do love the little flag on top of it, though. It also just looks like so much fun to touch, you know? Where'd we go now? I'm losing track of this thing. It's not landed, has it? That's all the way over there. Oh my god. You're taking a good while to land, aren't you? Because normally I speed this up pretty much a lot. Oh wait, we can smack right into our... oh god, poor dude, jeez, tuck your legs. Okay, but yeah, that was just a little bit of an example of the fun that we can have whilst parachuting in atmosphere. I'm sorry, I just like... I personally had a lot of fun doing that. I know that maybe I wasn't necessarily talking as much as I should, but I was just like, ah! Bit of childlike wonder on my end. Anyway, now that I picked up this EVA sample, we're gonna actually finish this up here. Sorry for like wasting everyone's time. We're gonna finish this up here, and we are going to be done. And then board this. And we can collect it all in one go. Okay, lovely. That worked. Love that you just straight up smacked off the ground the first time, though. Oh wow, that's loud. Okay, there wasn't actually any music there as well, which is weird. There's like no background noise at all. And 117 science. Lovely. 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 3 XP gained. And we've completed our Minmus contract. Okay, so with that, I think we'll leave it there for the time being. Let's have a look at our next contract, though. Explore Kerbin. Go on an orbital spacewalk near Kerbin. You know what? That'd actually be a really, really good reason to, that'd be a really good reason to put up a new lab, don't you think? So I'll tell you what, we're gonna go and we're gonna build a lab in orbit of Kerbin. Next time, guys. But for the time being, thank you so much for watching. These videos are a little long and a little weird because Kerbal Space Program is a game that has a lot of waiting in it, and I know that doesn't make it ecstatic, but hopefully, or exciting to watch, maybe even is a more blunt way to put it. But in any case, guys, thank you so much for joining me on this. I'm glad to be back. It's going to be a good week of uploads now, hopefully. Okay. With all that said and done, thank you very much. God, we've been playing this game for a year and a day because just how much time we spent in orbits. Thank you very much, guys. Take care, and bye-bye. Reconstruct teleport. Oh, yes, that is easily one of the best upgrades for a teleportation heavy build. Add a crew teleporter on the same station? Oh, guys, this is a blessed run right here. This looks like it's gonna be it. They resisted! Oh, thank God. Just go. Jump. Next sector. That was too fucking dangerous.